What's going on YouTube? This is the Devil Dog and we are back with another tank review. This time it's the Char Futur 4. This is another reward tank for the FrontLine and Steel Hunter going out throughout the rest of the year. I know that we did the OBJ 777 version 2 previously. Today we're going to be doing this tank, and unlike its predecessor, I must say I like this little guy. This little guy is a sneaky glass cannon. It's if you like to play mobile mediums, get behind cover, if you're a support tank, if that's your playstyle, you're going to love this tank. Right off the bat, it does have 390 alpha. It's got a 4-shot clip in it, 4 seconds in between each reload, and it's got a bit of a reload issue, but we're going to talk about that a little bit later. Sitting at 37.5, yikes. But you can do an average damage per minute of 1800, around 1900, 1891. So we're going to go take a look at some of the stats, we're going to look at some of the gameplay, and I'm going to let you know what I think about the tank. So sit back and enjoy the show. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's look at the 3D model. Honestly, there's not much to look at here. If you get hit, it's gonna hurt. Period. Your turret has very little armor. Hide it. Don't put yourself out there. Don't let yourself be seen. Use this tank in a capacity to where you are hidden. You are either sniping at a medium range distance, you're a backline support. Just don't put yourself to where you will be hit, because it's going to hurt. The hull armor is non-existent. Don't put yourself out there. No side scraping. I mean, if you get tracked, you might bounce off a little bit, but just don't depend on your armor whatsoever. There is none. So yeah, there was your 3D model review. It doesn't exist. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's look at this comparison. I've put a couple different types of tanks. Of course, I put some comparable ones from the French, but I also put possibly one of the best tier 9 mediums in the game, the OBJ 430, to compare against as well. I put the tier 9 TD in there from France, 2 of the heavies to compare firepower, and of course the Batchat 25 TAP. Overall, if you look at the damage per shot and average penetration, you can see why the Futur is such a comparable tank. 390 average damage per shot. The only ones in this list that get over that from the tech tree are the AMX M4 and the Foch with 400. That's not a whole lot of difference right there. With a TD, a heavy, you got a small medium competing with them. But here's the incredible thing is the penetration. The average penetration beats all of them. So this is the strength of the tank. The one thing that really bites down on the Char is this reload time. But you can use this to your advantage of relocating yourself. Looking at the minimap and saying, hey, where could I be that would most help? Now, it is the longest of the autoloaders up here with 4 seconds in between each shot. But with that power, it also has the best aiming time out of them as well. Dispersion at 0.31. So you got a heavy gun with accuracy. Its small structure can hide. Let's see the mobility. It's not gonna be as fast as the Batchat, but the only one other than the Batchat is the AMX 50 with 677. You're gonna outrun the 430. Traverse speed It could be better, but it's comparable or best. Bat chat's sitting at 4265. Hull armor. This is a weakness of this tank. This is the main weakness of this tank. This is why you want to use this tank as a sniping support medium, a support medium, backline support. Don't try to get up in there. The only time I would waste or trade hit points, because you do have a large pool of hit points, but they're going to get chipped off real quick, especially hit with a heavy. Use your hit points when you have to, when there's a tank or two that have one hit and you can use your speed and mobility to circle around them, knock them out of the game. That's where you want to trade off your hit points. It may take only 2 or 3 hits before you're dead, so you want to try to stay at arm's length distance as long as you can. The concealment. It's not as good as the OBJ, but it's better than the Bat Chat, which is surprising. It does have a low profile. Spotting, on average, is pretty damn decent. It's more than the Bat Chat, less than the OBJ 430, to arguably one of the best tier 9 mediums in the game right now. As you can see on this battle, I got second class badge. Top score 33-24 with 3 kills, 1105 experience, and the detailed report. 16 shots fired, 11 direct hits, and 10 pen. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, in this game, this is a little bit different playstyle. We're still going to be playing back, but as I told you earlier, and as with any auto loader, you have the ability to change the map and how and what's going on to push a line. So you'll find out a little bit later in this gameplay what the strength of this tank really is. You've got the speed, you've got the mobility, and you have the ability to quickly finish off damaged tanks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit back in this gameplay, and again, don't be that guy. Don't be the guy that sits in front of everybody else and gets in front of them. So what's going to happen is we're going to sit back on this ridge and fight each other for... See, I could have taken another shot, and he's... Dude. Like, don't be that guy. So we're going to sit back on this ridge, take some shots. Fortunately, they are pretty tied in on that ridge and using it really well. And the main aspect of this gameplay is to show you what to do with reloads. Just look at the minimap. I was literally looking at the minimap while this was being done, trying to figure out if my position needed to change anywhere. I did not see any other openings, so I went ahead and stayed here to help support him. They look like they're winning the river. Strong presence on the south side, so we're going to sit here. This AMX shows up. Now, the AMX did get spotted by myself, I believe. I'm going to come up and try to do a free shot on him, which I get out of the way. We do have the T10 and E75 over there on the hilltop shooting down. What's interesting is that TVP. You're going to see that in a little bit. I noticed that he's one shot. Go ahead, clean him out. Get a nice shot on him. I still don't know where that TVP is, but I'm thinking one more shot on this OBJ. Oh, here's another. Clean them 2 out. That takes 2 tanks out of the gameplay. Now our north side is able to completely envelop the tanks that are up here and finish him off. There you go. So I've got another 2 rounds in the tank. I'm going to try to try to damage some tanks on this ridge line. We're going to move up here. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do much. The south flank is pushing up really strong. So again, with this tank, your greatest assets are to sit back, support, take shots. What I took 1 shot from tank up on the hill, and I took an arty shot, and that took 2/3 of my life out. It doesn't take much to kill this tank, so just stay at the distance. It is a highly accurate tank, as you can tell. Just a little bit off the top that I was able to hit, and unfortunately enough, the E75 did not take me out. I only have 100 left on health. But there you go. There's a little bit of gameplay. Make sure that you keep your distance. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like. Hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you think. And be ready for future videos coming out. We will have a few coming out in the very near future. Stay motivated. I'll see you next time.